Stick to sports one. This is actually I just realized this is a dated one because it was
Trump
sent.
or Biden?
It was sent to us during a different time when the word auto pen was part of our lexicon. Jake asks, if the founding fathers signed the Declaration of Independence with auto pen, would it still count or would it be a farce?
This is one of those things where I don't know what it is, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. I don't know. The whole auto pen thing blew by me. I don't know what that is.
Well, it was only for people who
this
hang out in certain spaces on the internet.
This was alleged when
President
when Uncle Joe was
like great grandpa.
Yeah, great grandpa Joe and
Joe
in the final days of his presidency they would just, you know how you can facsimile your signature.
It's like what we do on the internet when we have to sign things.
Oh, yeah.
So it became a controversy.
So they called it auto pen. But back then it would have been called auto quilt.
How they care about the weirdest things.
Or quill,
on that
right?
side.
It's quill, right?
He's
Pen
got
and quill.
a quilt is a blanket.
He's wearing a tan suit.
Yeah.
But they're fine with
How
other
old
people
was
groping.
That dumb debates question, John?
It was a while.
Okay.
But I just
That's awesome. ESPN Deportes.
I'm sorry, I keep looking up.
Yeah, John, we got to say that's why we were trying to put it on the small TV.
No,
but you want it on the big one.
I just like the picture of Charles with drool coming out of his mouth.
Mustache Adam says this would be a great. Now this is in response to. Okay, so this was the post game show, or no, this was Gary and Matt. No, sorry, I keep getting it wrong. This was Michael's show on Sunday. I was just trying to figure out what day October 19th.
The auto pen of
one of our many fine shows.
It's a great
on 1620 The Zone.
So our friend Sumanji tweeted that morning. Any caller who starts by asking the host, "What's the definition of insanity?" should be hung up on immediately. I would like to auto pen retweet that comment from Sumanji. We know what the definition of insanity is. You don't have to keep telling us. So Adam asks, what is/are the most cliched things callers say?
How you guys doing?
That should allow the host to hang up on them for saying.
How you guys doing?
I do not need anyone to ask me, especially because people don't ask you on the post-game show to make a joke. They are literally saying, "How are you doing?" as a placeholder to start the conversation. Get to the opinion and go. I don't need to get asked how I'm doing, especially when it's 12 o'clock in the morning and I've been hearing idiots for 2 hours.
And you've answered the same question 18 times. I get it. It's Midwest nice. I mean, but no, especially for the post-game show where you're taking caller after caller. I will accept the first caller to ask, how are you doing? But every call after that, just jump in, go to the point, say your piece about how much Uncle Don sucks.
Have it taken, don't suck, John, as Jim Rome would say. Star Wars Fiend says, first-time caller, long-time listener, so effing annoying. I actually don't mind that, whether it's a bit or if it's true. If it's true, I think that's actually cool. Like, that's awesome.
Sure.
What happened that you wanted to call for the first time? Like, that's a fun story. There's a story attached to it. Yeah, I'd say that one, John. That, like, oh my gosh, and we dealt with that with the Kansas City show because we were using internet that had us 5 seconds off of the callers.
Yeah,
that was terrible.
That was not good. That was not good. I'm going to put out a quick parental advisory. The next question I plan to read.
Is this about the survey or the study that I looked up earlier off the air?
Oh, 5 to 7 minutes.
No, not that one. Not that one.
If you're wondering, something takes 5 to 7 minutes on average for
men. Or is it 6 to 7 minutes?
But the question will have some adult material in it. We'll give you a moment if you have young children in the room.
Viewer discretion.
Nick had one. He said he pulled from what, a podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. You do yours on all.
Well, it was the Dale Jr. download, and they were discussing is grilling cooking. Because you have somebody coming over, you say, I'm going to grill a steak. You don't say I'm going to cook a steak, right?
I've heard people
I'm going to grill a burger. I'm not going to cook a burger.
Ooh.
Is grilling cooking.
Ooh. Well,
wow, is water wet?
It's a form of cooking because you are heating up and changing the chemical dynamic of the food. But I get the spirit of the question because if we're going to grill steaks, I'm not going to say I'm going to cook this steak. I'm going to grill it.
And then the other argument that they had made was if you're cooking something, it has the image of multiple ingredients, whereas steak or something, like, marinating, but
that's
just
interesting.
slapping it
So
on
the
there.
grilling component of it is because there is not a lot of different things that you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, you're seasoning it, but then you're just grilling.
Right.
Whereas cooking requires a little bit of
but if you're
measuring.
TLC.
But if you use your grill as like I have the grill/smoker, and you're doing ribs or pork, pork butt, you're doing a lot of prep.
Baymon says, Charles says, searing animal flesh is cooking. I love searing flesh. John loves to sear flesh.
I love that seared flesh. I think in the spirit of the question, though, at the same time,
it is a different thing. I don't like cooking, but I like grilling.
So let's move it indoors here, people.
Okay.
If you bring out like we have one of those flat top skillets, the kind you plug in, just the little one.
Mm-hmm.
Are you cooking or are you?
Oh yeah, what is that? That's cooking because you're inside.
That is cooking.
Yeah, you're not skilleting.
But why? But like if you're frying burgers in a pan, is that cooking or is it frying? How specific do we get here?
I feel like it might just be an indoor-outdoor thing because I think whatever you're doing inside, it's
what
cooking.
If you have one of them fancy kitchens? You got all the pots and pans outdoors.
No, that's fancy. That's a great question. That's fancy. I don't know. Because I think everything you're doing inside, if you're frying chicken inside, you're still cooking. I don't know what it is. I can't answer this question. I'll ask my wife tonight.
All right, friends. From Star Wars Fiend. You guys can have any wish you want, anytime you want it. But the catch is
5 to 7 minutes.
The catch is you have to have the most prominent figure of male genitalia tattooed on your forearm. And in order to get the wish granted, you must show the tattoo and rub the tattoo in order for the wish to be granted.
Wow, so it is kind of related.
However, you can never tell anyone the real reason why you got the tattoo. And if you're asked about it, you must give a horrible reason why you have that tattooed on your arm. Do you get the tattoo, the stipulations to be criticized for it the rest of your life with no one ever able to know the truth?
Wow. So, and that means even your wife, you would always have to lie to her about why you have this penis tattoo on your body. But what do you get? You get any wish ever granted?
At any time.
And of course, you can't wish that people don't, you can't wish the wish that people don't recognize the tattoo.
How long do you have to rub the tattoo for?
5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
Mike says, I was drunk. Boom, I'm rich. There is a quick, I don't know. I had this wild night one time.
And they'd be like, well, how come you haven't gotten it covered up or removed?
Because I'm going to have wild nights in the future, and I know I'm going to get it again.
Could you use makeup or concealer on it?
No, it has to, because that's the part.
Part is you have to rub the tattoo and show it to a crowd. So this means you have to ask for every wish in front of people. You can't
really?
Be home. Well, that's what it's implying, right?
I thought it was just because
the easy workaround would be I'm going to make a wish at home alone.
Charles says I lost at fantasy football. See, there's another nice. And the part of the fantasy football bet was, and I can never get it removed.
It's permanent marker.
But if asked about it, you must give a horrible reason why you have the tattoo.
That's a horrible reason. A fantasy football punishment.
But is that that's an people would go, oh.
But I would never agree to that because that's a horrible reason. I would never agree to get a tattoo of a weenus on my arm, John.
Would people say to a wiener tattoo because of that?
But it's the reason.
I'd say you're an idiot.
But Star Wars Fiend is saying you have to give a horrible reason, not that the tattoo is horrible. So the horrible reason would be I was in prison. Or this is to honor my dad. Or
okay, that's pretty funny.
That's what I'm saying. So Star Wars Fiend actually, when he wrote the question, he put it in such a way where you have to give a horrible, uncomfortable answer.
Charles says I had to start Joe Flacco is a horrible reason.
No, it's not. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw a flag on that. I did this to
honor my best friend. That's what I would say. That's a horrible reason.
We were very good friends.
Very, very good. Any wish.
Any wish.
Okay, again, the hardest part about this is...
Except you can't get rid of the tattoo and you can't coax people into not believing the tattoo.
So I honestly think the hardest part about this is that I am already married. Not from a lot of horny men right now are saying, yeah, but... No, it's because she would know that I didn't have it, and then I suddenly did. And she would have so many questions, and I would never give her a straight answer, which would probably piss her off something fierce. If you're a single man and you have this, whatever happens with your love life, you will always be able to say, yeah, but I did this weird thing. But the person would be like, wow, but a lot of other things are going well for this person. They have a great condo. Whose condo? Josh's condo.
Ram's condo.
You'd get to do it. Like, wow, he has nice clothes.
You know
maybe one of your wishes would be about a certain thing that you have. It's a great thing. And so it would be okay. But with me, she already knows, like, you've never had that tattoo. Why do you suddenly have it? And why aren't you giving me a straight answer?
Also,
that's it. I think I'm doing it.
Also, you would have to live with an arm sleeve or long sleeves all year round.
Or I just have a penis shown on my arm forever.
Right, but would you want to show it off if you're not using it for what you're supposed to be using it for?
I don't know. I mean, I got this. Everything else is going so well for me because I have all these wishes that I'm going to say, oh, well.
Dave kind of brings up a good point.
What
you
does
could
Dave say?
make it the centerpiece of a whole sleeve.
Oh.
And you could surround it with other pieces of genitalia.
No, I'm also
This is my peen sleeve.
I'm also gonna throw a flag and say it has to stand alone.
Mulva?
It must stand alone.
No, that wasn't a part of the dumb debate.
But I'm gonna do that
No.
because yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna help Star Wars Fiend out. He helped us out. We're gonna help him out.
This is unreal. You're making it.
Because the idea is you have to have. Now, honestly, one of the hard decisions for me is I would have to have a tattoo.
That would be so cool.
Would it be-
And I hate that.
Would it be more or less embarrassing to have a big tattoo versus a small one? Because it just had to be detailed, right? It didn't have to be.
Oh man,
There was no size limit.
I had another. Josh is finding random crap. I had to go over and get a couple things.
Oh, you got the tattoos of Weens book.
Better. I have the super bad book of all of the penis drawings from
Oh
the
my
movie.
God.
Incredible.
It's in my car right now. It came with the DVD when I bought it in college.
What if the tattoo had to be of one of the drawings from Superbad?
There are some very good drawings in there. Very good drawings.
very veiny drawings.
They're one of them in particular, very veiny. Yeah, I think I'm doing it, man. I think I'm doing it. I think I'm doing it. You know.
So
and yeah, Jordan. Hopefully, your wife is smart enough to realize that the penis grants you wishes.
exactly. So maybe that's the workaround. You don't tell her what it is, but you're like, "Hey, what's that penis on your arm?" I don't know. What would you? If you could have anything right now, what would it be?
Nice, and then suddenly you get it.
In 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah. My tattoo is a grower, not a shower, writes Charles. I think I'm doing it. Nick?
Yeah, hell, why not?
John?
Yeah, sure.
Tattoo John.
John's first tattoo is a peen.
Classic John.
Because it actually might be fun to have to come up with a new bad excuse every time.
Just a new bit. That is a funny bit.
Yeah, this is in honor of my grandpa.
It also kind of adds an air of mystery around you that I think people would find compelling.
Husker.
And I mean, that's one less arm I have to slather in, sunscreen every summer because I'm going to be wearing a long sleeve.
Maybe you could put the peen tattoo where your scar is.
Oh, yeah. Nice and veiny.
Yeah.
Priest says, Husker Priest, forget arm. I'd put that on my forehead in that scenario. 0 questions. Wow, I would not do it for
you
the
don't
forehead.
have to do it on the forehead.
I wouldn't do it. He's saying he wants every wish that badly.
You can make it look fine on your arm.
He wants it that badly.
Great question, Star Wars.
Yeah, and he wants to know why am I driving around with that book in my car? Because I found it at my parents' house, and then I was going to bring it in, and then I forgot it.
And he was taking it over to the tattoo parlor to say, "This is what I want on my arm.
I want this."
Is there still a tattoo place next door?
Probably.
Nice.
I don't know why there wouldn't be. Sports one. Caleb Henry asked a week ago, is Hoodie Gate a top 5 dumbest storyline from the Scott Frost era? Maybe we should save this because we should do a top 5 dumbest storylines. That is absolutely up there. But that was so.
But I need to really think about because there's a lot of them.
That's why we need more.
I mean, there's Oklahoma Gate.
Oh my gosh, that's the dumbest. That is the all-time dumbest.
You know what? Dumb debates. Is it dumb that every conspiracy has gate at the end?
Yes.
The name of the hotel was Watergate.
That's why it was funny
why.
when Deadspin back in the day started calling everything Gotsy. So they would say like a controversy, they would say Autopen Gotsy, for example. Like that was fun, but yes, Watergate is the hotel. The controversy is not that there's a gate. That's not the controversy.
Why did people latch onto the gate so much?
But Benghazi's the name of the place. So
that's why Deadspin was
doing argument.
No, but Deadspin was doing it as a bit because it's dumb.
Well, yeah, and the gate is a bit.
No, people do it
What did
seriously.
we call conspiracies before Watergate happened?
Oh, that's a good question, John. You're 100.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is worse than Watergate. People love saying this is worse than Watergate.
Wow, there's nothing worse than Watergate that's happened since Watergate?
No, I'm just saying people love saying
I would think you guys would be all for it because it was Tricky Dick that got
you're
pinched.
not
And it
you're not
reminds
for
you
taking him down?
No.
I'm just saying what he did.
No, I've long said it was one of the dumbest things of all time because
he was going to win.
Because it's like Tom Osborne stealing Iowa State's playbook in 1997.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 92.
The sitting president did this thing, and it was terrible, and he decided to step down. That was cool.
It was a different time, Nick. It would never happen today.
See, that's why you two should be happy with the use of gate because it reminds people of that thing.
No, I don't care. I don't think that way.
It doesn't bother me.
I don't think the average person knows what Watergate even is anymore.
Well, see, then you can use it as a history teaching lesson saying, why did you call something gate? And then you can explain it. And I'm sure you would enjoy explaining it because guess who else was involved in that? Your buddy, Henry Kissinger.
How come they never called it Benghazi Gate?
His dead buddy, Henry Kissinger. Good question, Nick. Mustache Adam, the TV debate has me thinking, who is the most popular backup quarterback that Nebraska has ever had?
Brooke Behringer next.
Wow. Conversation over. Mark says, if you are given a Jell-O shot, are you drinking the shot or eating the shot? I swallow it whole.
You eat Jell-O. You don't drink Jell-O. You eat Jell-O.
I don't chew it. I just let it go down.
Well, it's not really chewing it, but you don't like slosh it around a little bit and enjoy the taste.
Just gotta go right down my throat.
That's lame.
Sorry, John.
It tastes good.
I'm a swallower.
I've never swallowed it whole.
I can tell by the tattoo you have.
Oh, is that what this is? Or are you just happy to see me?
Just reflexively, if something's in my mouth, I chew it.
Yeah.
So
I don't ever chew Jell-O shots.
But most of the time with Jell-O,
I'll try that next time.
With Jell-O, it's just kind of you let it kind of slide down your tongue.
Interesting.
So you can enjoy the taste. I enjoy a good Jell-O.
It's sterile, and I like the taste.
I miss having the Jell-O that Mom would make, where she would
put fruit in it,
mix it with fruit cocktail, and then cover it in whipped cream and shredded cheese.
The shredded cheese is a step too far.
Oh, here we go. Oh, but now it's too far. Nick, Mr. Steak and a side of cheese.
My grandma used to
bleep out of
My grandma used to put mandarin oranges in Jell-O. That was delicious. I loved
it. I hate fruit in Jell-O. That crap is stupid.
You just hate fruit.
No, I love
Mr.
fruit.
Scurvy.
I mean, this isn't even cooked fruit, Josh. This is
I
just
don't want it in
fruit.
Jell-O. Jell-O is a dessert. I don't want no fruit, no dessert. What are you gonna say?
So
Tastes
fruit
like candy?
can't be dessert.
No,
Is
I
it
like
interesting that Jell-O's a dessert when it's made from horses?
No, good point.
Horses aren't dessert.
How in the world can fruit not be a dessert?
I just don't want it in Jell-O. I love fruit. I just don't want it in Jell-O.
The fruit complements the Jell-O. It's good.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need it in there.
You are so weird when it comes to fruit. You are just weird.
Yeah, Jordan says that is so 1970s. Exactly. This is
well,
from
of course,
it's not.
I was a kid in the 70s.
See, why is John allowed to have nostalgia, but I can't have nostalgia for inside
putting
the
fruit
NBA?
in Jell-O isn't the same thing as putting eggs in Jell-O.
NBA on NBC is what I meant to say.
It's not even close to an aspic.
Marcus says, what is this, X-rated dumb debates? Yeah, this has been a little wild today.
We're talking about Jell-O.
Charles says, fruit and Jell-O is like raisins and baked goods. Deplorable.
I'm not a huge...
Why are people so weird about fruit and Jell-O? Jell-O's fruit-flavored. Fruit is fruit-flavored. They go together.
I don't
Michael
know,
says,
Nick.
shredded carrots and orange Jell-O. School and potlucks had that all the
No,
time.
That's bad. That's disgusting.
I didn't say shredded carrots. I said shredded cheese.
Vegetables don't go in Jell-O. Fruit goes in Jell-O.
70s were the dumbest.
It was just a little shredded cheese. It wasn't a lot of shredded cheese.
One.
It was just a little shredded cheese across the top.
As a treat, what are you, a cat?
The
cheese
is, I'm drawing the line there.
It was good.
Fruit in Jell-O is perfectly normal.
It was damn good. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Charles says, what about penises in Jell-O?
No.
Only
Oh.
5 to 7 of them.
No.